press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, welcome back. Okay, so we were discussing about the physical features of India, right? Okay, so most of the things we have discussed already. We were discussing about the groups, how it has been divided, right? How the groups are divided, how it is created, right? All the 7 groups what they have, the 6 groups what they have formed here when it comes especially to the physical features. So here we did discuss about the Himalayas, okay, how the Himalayan mountains, from where it is ranging. So what is the area, total area, what are the famous places or the valley, the ranges that are being formed there. So with these things we had discussed. Apart from that, we did discuss about the northern plains, right, how the northern plains have come into existence. We did even discuss about the peninsular plateau, right? Hope you people remember that we did discuss about the peninsular plateau. See, when it comes to the peninsular plateau, we were discussing about even the Deccan plateau, right? So once we had finished the Deccan plateau, okay, so yes, so we did discuss about the Deccan plateau, wherein we came across few things, that is Western and Eastern Ghats. What are these Ghats? Okay, excuse me, when it comes to Western and Eastern edges of the Deccan plateau, the edges, okay, so there we find these Ghats. To the edges of the Deccan plateau we find these Western and Eastern Ghats. So how does see? Yes, so see, you can see in the picture, you can find out Western and Eastern Ghats here, right? Yes. So Western Ghats, when it comes to Western Ghats, you can check it here. Somewhere English blue you have, right? Distemper, yes, English. So here Eastern Ghats, right? Okay. See, when it comes to Eastern and Western Ghats, comparatively to the Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats are a bit higher in nature, okay? So those are a bit higher. So it is like this. So higher, Western Ghats are this and Eastern Ghats are like this. So higher in nature. Western Ghats are higher in nature compared to the Eastern Ghats. Now Eastern Ghats, it stretched from the Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris. That is, Mahanadi Valley comes somewhere in the north, right? So north, east you can consider here. You can check it here. Yes, Mahanadi Rift. Okay, here. So from there, okay, from this complete area, you can consider it as Eastern Ghat. Okay, you can consider that as Eastern Ghat. You can see here, see they have given Eastern Ghats fold belt, right? There you can find it. So from Mahanadi till the end, okay, here you find it as the Nilgiri Hills. Okay, till there you can find the Eastern Ghats. So that is what they have said. So Eastern Ghats is spread from Mahanadi Rift. Okay, so from Mahanadi it has been shifted, from Mahanadi till it is here, till the Nilgiris, it is spreading. It is spreading till Nilgiris. So that is considered to be the Eastern Ghats. And when it comes to the Western Ghats, you can find it here, right? You can see it. So the Konkan coast, what we call it. So the Western Ghats causes orographic rain. See, orographic rain is nothing but the kinds of rain, so wherein, see, when moist air is lifted, okay, as it moves towards the mountain range, okay, the moist air is lifted there. When the moist air is lifted, that particular thing is called as either orographic rain or snow, etc. Okay, so those kind, wherein towards the mountain, while it is raining and all, how it would be carrying all those moist air with it, right? So that is called as orographic rain there. And here the Western Ghat, it is having different names, what they say here. And the highest peak when it comes to the Western Ghats, it includes the Anaimuri and the Doda Betta. Okay, so Doda Betta and Anaimuri are the highest peaks, and Mahendragiri is the highest peak when it comes to the Eastern Ghats. So Chevroy Hills and the Javdi Hills are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. So southeast. So when it comes to south eastern Ghats, what they say, like towards the south, you can find the Shivroy Hills and the Chavdi Hills. So these are the hills that you can find it here, and that is about your western and eastern Ghats. So next comes the Aravalli Hills. Somewhere we did discuss about Aravalli Hills, right? So here you can find the exact location near Rajasthan. You can find the Aravalli Hills. You can find those greeneries, right? So see the picture here. You can see how nice it is, right? Totally greenery here, right? Total greenery. So those are Aravalli Hills. So this it lies on the western and northwestern margins of the peninsular plateau. So if you consider the peninsular plateau towards the west, okay, western and northwestern margins. So north, towards the north, if you consider this north, okay, northwestern, so west, okay, northwestern, and it lies on the western. So total like western and northwestern. So this is how they consider. So the margins, when it comes to, if you come this side, so here you can find the peninsular plateau, nothing but your central highland and the Deccan plateau. So at the margin of that you can find this Aravalli Hills, and these are having very eroded hills which are broken. The hills are broken. It is not, see here also you can see it is not a stiff one. So those are broken in nature, right? Here also see the peaks are not high. Unlike in Himalayas, you had very sharp, hills, right? The hills were very sharp. But here you can find the hills as eroded and even like are broken in nature. And it extends from Gujarat to Delhi in southwest to northeast direction. So towards Delhi, you can find it extends from Gujarat here till here. Okay, so till there the Aravalli Hills can be found. Yes, the next is the Indian desert, okay, which is again a part, nothing but it is the when it comes to the physical features, how they have divided, even the Indian desert is one among such things. See, in the picture itself you can see, you have all the, you have some colors here in this, the whole thing here. Okay, so that is desert. In the picture also you can see the desert area. You might have checked it, right, everywhere. So maybe like even Saudi, you can find almost the same thing, right? So here when it comes to desert area, Indian desert, so you can find it here. So it lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. So Aravalli Hills, you could see it here, right? So see, so towards the west, okay, these areas, so those areas are called as the sandy or say the desert area. So it is an undulating sandy plain, and definitely when it comes to the desert area, definitely it would be totally sandy in nature, right? So sandy plain we consider it as, and it is covered with sand dunes. Okay, it is covered with the sand dunes, and here you can find very low rainfall. Because of the sandy region, as you all know, desert will not have much more rainfall, right? So here it is very less rainfall, and even the vegetation is very low. Okay, the vegetation is very low, and here streams appear during only the rainy season. So during rainy season you can find some small stream, else you can't even see those streams there. So it will be completely dry area. See, if you go there, how would you find? Definitely it was too dry, right? Totally sandy area wherein you cannot find water there, right? Yes, so towards the western, okay, so towards this western area you can find the sandy area, that is the desert area, and very less rainfall here. Hardly you can find any streams, that during rainfall, and very low vegetation, as there is no much water, very less vegetation can be seen, there is no greenery you can find and all. And yes, Luni is the only large river, you can find it, okay, on the atlas you can check it. Luni is the only large river which can be seen here. And Barchans, okay, which is crescent shaped dunes here, it covers larger areas, but longitudinal dunes become more prominent near Indo-Pakistan border. If you consider this Indo-Pakistan, okay, here the borders, at near the borders, what they are telling, you can find these Barchans, okay, that is crescent shaped dunes. So those dunes can be found near the Indo-Pakistan border, which is prominent in nature, which is very famous in nature. So the next one is the coastal plains. Okay, what is this coastal plains? Again, when it comes to the physical features, again this is one division wherein the coastal areas what we call. Okay, now we have discussed about the Himalayas, the northern plains, right? The plateau wherein you have it has been divided as the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. Now it is time to know about the coastal plains. So coastal area, right? We talk about coastal area, which is totally having this near the Ghats itself. We can find eastern and western Ghats. You can find the coastal plain. So when it comes to the coastal plain, what they are telling, the Peninsula Plateau is flanked by stretch of narrow coastal strips. Okay, there are certain coastal strips which is running along the Arabian Sea on the west. Okay, here it is. You have Arabian Sea here, right? Yes, you can find the Arabian Sea. So here, so this particular area again, that is totally your coastal strip. Okay, so from Arabian Sea like this, right? So this one, and here you can find the Bay of Bengal, right? Bay of Bengal, that too towards the east. So now from here till the downwards, so that particular area will be called as the coastal plains, because these area fall on the sea. Okay, sea, your Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, all those sea and bay. Okay, so that's the reason it is called as coastal plains, wherein these areas are very fertile in nature, though like yes, agriculture is possible, and even mostly these people carry out the fishing and all that. Okay, so that is the main thing of this coastal areas. So the western coast is sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea and is a narrow plain. So as I told you, Arabian Sea, if you find the Arabian Sea here, okay, you have Western Ghats which are very near. Okay, Western Ghats will be found here. So between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats, you can find the sandwiched, okay, like the western coast. The western coast falls on the like it is sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. Same thing it happens here, right? Eastern Ghats. So you have Eastern Ghats here, somewhere falling from Mahanadi till the Nilgiris, right? And here you can find the Bay of Bengal. So it is sandwiched again. So the eastern coast. Okay, so eastern and western coast. So that is all about the eastern and western coasts here. See, coastal plains. When it comes to coastal plains, see here we have certain things which we will be dealing with. Yes, see coastal plains. So the coast is divided into three sections. So that is Konkan, Mumbai, Goa. Okay, so here Konkan coast. So here Mumbai, Goa, because Goa is here somewhere where, yes, Goa and Mumbai. So here, so that like area, so that will be called as Konkan coast. Can you see the pink line here? So the flower bracket from here till here. Yes, so that is Konkan coast. Okay, coastal line of submergence, what they say. So the pink, you can find it there, right? You can see the pink color, this flower bracket there. Yes, so that area will be called as Konkan coast. The next is the central stretch, that is Kannad plain. So here you can find that. Yes, so now they have see here the Kannad plain. Okay, so that is taken as Malabar coast here. They consider it as Malabar now. Okay. The next one is southern stretch, that is Malabar coast. Okay, the central stretch Kannad plain they have not considered there. Okay, they have not mentioned here, but yes, you can find the Malabar coast here. Okay, which is again from here till here. Okay, so that is taken. Okay, so that is totally related to the. This is how the western Ghat or say western coast. Okay, coastal plains that is divided. Okay, and coming to the east, you have Coromandel coast here. Okay, see the bracket here. So Coromandel coast, which is Payan Ghat they call, and coastline of emergence. And if you go towards the east here, you have Utkal coast. Okay, wherein Shilka lake, okay, that can be seen. So here you can see Konkan coast, wherein Mumbai and Goa. Okay, so that is Malabar coast. Okay, the western coastal plain is formed here. So that is what they have mentioned there. So the coast is divided into three sections, especially the western coast. Okay, Konkan, the central stretch, and the southern stretch. That is Malabar coast. And the northern plains. Okay, northern plain, it is referred as the Northern Sirkar, and the southern part is known as Coromandel coast. So we did discuss about that, right? Coromandel coast, wherein we did find here Coromandel coast, right? The southern part of the eastern coast. Okay, so that is taken as southern, southernmost part there. So the southern stretch, it is like see at the end it is Malabar coast at one particular thing, and one at the other side it is Coromandel coast. The rivers which we can see here is the Mahanadi. You can find it here, Mahanadi, right? Mahanadi river, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Okay, so this is Kaveri picture which I have taken. So see, you can find these rivers. The rivers that is formed near the plains, the coastal plains. These are the rivers. Okay, so Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Okay, so you can find how it is flowing and all. So that is how the thing that they have mentioned there. So river Shilka is an important feature along the eastern coast. So here we did find it, right? So towards the eastern coast, yes, Utkal coast, you can find Shilka Lake here. So I did mention it, right? Shilka Lake. So Shilka Lake, when it comes to Shilka Lake, so what they are telling, it is to be considered as an important feature, that too along the eastern coast. If you consider the eastern coast, Shilka Lake is a very important feature because it is very important lake, and it is totally the it is very helpful for the coastal plains. The next is, yes, islands. Okay, the last one is the islands. So when it comes to the islands, so it is divided as Lakshadweep and even the Andaman and Nicobar islands. So when it comes to islands, the very first is the Lakshadweep. So here you can find the picture, right? So the Lakshadweep island, wherein you have four side water, and in the middle you can find the land. So that particular place is called as an island. And the Lakshadweep island, it is composed of small coral islands. Okay, there are many coral islands. Actually, earlier they were called as Lakadiv, Minicoy and Amindiv. It was named as Lakshadweep later. You can find it here, right? See. So these are the small, what I said, see, the whole thing is called as Lakshadweep. Towards Kerala, you can find this particular thing, okay, after Arabian Sea. These are the small things. So what they said here, the very first thing what they have said is, it is made up of small coral islands. So these are the coral islands. So considering the whole thing, they call it as Lakshadweep here. So Kavaratti island is the administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep. So here you can find Kavaratti. Yes. So this is the main thing, and it is the headquarters of this particular Lakshadweep here. So Lakshadweep is formed. Okay. So the name came later. Lakshadweep, and this name was given later. Earlier, see, they used to call this with Minicoy. Okay, as I told you, right, small coral islands. Very nice picture, right? So you can enjoy. If you want to go to Lakshadweep, please do visit Lakshadweep. And yes, it is like a very small, many small coral islands. Through that itself, it is formed. And yes, later on, it was named as Lakshadweep. Okay, and Kavaratti island, it is administrative headquarters, and it is rich with flora and fauna. So here itself you can see, right, the greenery, flora, and if there is flora, definitely there would be fauna. Next, so here, so this is related to Andaman and Nicobar. See, here you can, the red color box. So there it is, Andaman and Nicobar, and if you consider the map, you can see it like this. Okay, Andaman and Nicobar islands. So let us know about Andaman and Nicobar islands. See the picture here, very nice picture, right? You can see the picture. So seeing the picture itself, we feel like yes, we have to go there. Okay, anyway, that is there is an elongated chain of islands on this. Okay, nothing but there are many islands coming together. It is a elongated chain, very long chain located in the Bay of Bengal, extending from north to south, and these are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. See here. Here you have Bay of Bengal. From Bay of Bengal you can find many small islands which are extending, and that is elongated line of islands, and they form the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So they are very big in size and are very numerous and are scattered. They do not have a particular place there, it is totally scattered, and the entire group of island, it is divided into two broad categories, that is Andaman in the north and Nicobar in the south. You see, yes, South Andaman they have given. Okay, so it is like a Nicobar here. So you have the Andaman and Nicobar map, you can check it even in your atlas, it is there. Yes. So the entire, so these islands are an elevated portion, it is elevated portion of submarine mountains with strategic importance, it is having much more importance. Okay, the importance of this Andaman and Nicobar is too much. These islands, and moreover it is a tourist place we can consider, even Lakshadweep. So there are many tourist places for that matter, like people do come to check most of the islands and all, most of the even Himalayas and all, they do keep visiting, right? Kashmir, your Himachal Pradesh, Kulu Manali, like to see all these places, Srinagar. So these islands lie close to the equator. As you all know, see, you can check it here. Yes, equator. If you can check here, yes, it is very near to equator, right? Down towards down you have equator itself. So as it is very near to this equator, the climate is totally very totally good. Okay, so experience equatorial climate, not like the days are long or something like that, nothing as such. It is equal in nature, and with that even there is a thick forest. So you can see it here, right? This is very small, actually it is taken from very far, far away place. So you feel it as only this much, but it is actually a very large group. Okay, so that has been taken like a very small picture. So you can find a very thick forest there. Okay, so that is all about your physical features. So dear students, so we did discuss about all the 6 groups here. Yes, the Himalayan region, okay, the Deccan Plateau, your Himalayan region, then comes your northern plains. Then we will discuss about the peninsular plateau, which is divided again into the Deccan Plateau and the central highlands. After that we will discuss about the Ghats, that is the western and the eastern Ghats, and even we will discuss about Indian desert, including like later we will discuss about the coastal plains, right from like how the coastal plains are formed, where it is formed, etc. With that, even we did discuss about the islands here, right? Islands again, Lakshadweep Islands and even the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. See, if at all we consider in the conclusion, let me conclude it like this. See, without natural resources, it goes very difficult, right? So we don't know how, we did not know how the earth was seen. We did not know how India was formed. Physical features. With the plate itself, as we were discussing about the plates and all, so we got to know that because of the core, the crust, earth crust, which is formed out of plates and all. So how these plates came together, how the plates are divided, right? It sometimes it gets transformed, sometimes it gets divergent, right? And sometimes it gets insurgent. Like so, there are kinds of plates and all. And so the formation keeps happening every now and then. So here the natural resources are very much important, because with the natural presence of natural resource, so we have discussed already in economics, right, how important natural resources are. So when it comes to this, natural resources are very much important, and each regions complement each other. See, as I told you, today, so I guess last class, but I did ask you a question. Can you find such places in Davangere or Hadir? Definitely, you have something in Davangere to be watched, like maybe this, which is that Kere? Yes, Kundwada Kere. right? People do go there for walk and all, right? So even in Harihar you have this river Tungabhadra and all. So even see, each and every place is having its own importance. Okay, we cannot say that no, only this place is having importance, the other place is not having. We cannot distinguish it like that. So each area is complement to one another, and that is how India is being rich with its natural resource. That's the reason tourists keep coming towards India, right? Yes or no? We have seen many tourists coming to visit, especially we have seen them in Goa, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, okay, Lakshadweep. So this is but natural. Even Mumbai, Maharashtra, people do settle down there actually. They come just to visit and later on they settle down there. So these are the favor somewhere, if at all the climatic condition, the area, the natural resources, something God gift, right? Nature is a God gift. See, now it is pandemic, no doubt you have to stay at home itself, and maybe few people are planning for visiting places, right? So what happens during rainy season, where and all we go, we prefer going to Jog Falls or say Chikmagalur or even Madikeri and all. Why? Because of the greenery, the cool climate, the favorable climate and all, right? We enjoy it. We love to visit those places because of the greenery, right? So here also the same thing. See, each region complements each other, and that is how the country is getting richer day by day because of its natural resources. And always remember, mountains are the major sources of water, because that is because of the mountains itself we can find a rainfall. Okay, so you have learned this, how the rainfall happens and all. You have studied in your lower classes itself. So do remember, it is the main source of water and even the forest wealth. If the mountains are there, then we can find rainfall, even the forest we can find. And plains are the greeneries of the country. So you know very well plains, the northern plains. You can find it here, right? You can see it in the picture here, the northern plains, right? A total greenery. So that is greenery in nature, and that is much more important here, right? So the mountains, you can find the mountains here, right? So see how nice it is. It is not only it is not only very nice to look, but even it is making the country richer because of the sources it is giving, that is source of water and even the forest wealth. It is very rich with forest and even the source of water. The plateau, we did discuss about the Deccan Plateau and the Central Highlands, right? So those are storehouse of minerals which plays an important role when it comes to the secondary sector, that is the industrialization. So for the smooth running of the industries, for the well-being of the industries, these plateaus are very much important and they play a very, very important role. The next is the coastal region. So as we discuss about the coastal region, you see you can find it, sea, Goa and all. If you have visited, you enjoy the beach and all, right? The coastal region, the greenery, the beach, etc. So those are like, it provides fishing. Okay, it is a site for fishing and other port activities. So if at all you have to export something or you have to import something, so for the port, like portal areas will be used, port areas. So for the sake of like what I can say, trading and all, these places are very good. So that is how the regions are complementing towards one another. So my dear students, we did at the end, let me tell you, we did discuss about the Himalayan regions. Okay, we did discuss about the plains here, so the northern plains. Okay, we did discuss about the northern plains. So wherein we came across most of the things, we understood few of the things like related to the plains, how the plains were formed, and like what areas it is covered with, what are the rivers that flow here, and even we came across the Ghats, so that is western and eastern Ghats, and even we got to know like from where it is spread there, right? Even we did discuss about the coastal plains, that is western coastal plains and even the eastern coastal plains, and we did discuss about the islands. Apart from that, we did even discuss about the plateau, peninsular plateau, which is divided as Deccan Plateau and the Central Highlands. So we came across most of the hills and all. See, there are much more things. If at all I would start explaining about each and every hill or say every region, it would take much more time for me, but because of the time constraint I have to stop it here. Okay, please go through the textbook, read in between the lines. Please you start reading, you just check. If at all you have any problem, please let me know. See the location of the river. Okay, you have to know about it. You can find it in the atlas and all, whatever rivers and the places whatever they have given, please do check it in your atlas, and please see that you try it at your home, because you will be having this, right, location, you have to find the location and all, you have to locate it on the map and all, that is there for your exam, right? So please keeping in mind exam point of view, please see that you try this thing at your home. Please locate the places which are very important, which I have discussed here. And however, once the video is streamed, you can check the PPT also. If you need the PPT, please let me know, I can share it with you people. Okay, thank you so much dear students, thanks for your patience. And yes, if you have any doubts, please don't mind to contact. Okay, either you can comment it on the video itself, or you can contact me, not an issue. Thank you so much dear students, have a great day, enjoy your day.